Are you unknowingly throwing your money away? Most people don't realize how small mistakes in their daily habits are silently draining their bank accounts. In today's video, I'll reveal 10 of the most common financial mistakes that keep people broken. More importantly, how you can avoid them. These aren't just tips, they're actionable strategies that will help you save money, take control of your finances, and start building wealth. After years of studying financial behavior and helping others improve their money habits, I've seen these mistakes time and again. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what to fix and how to take control of your financial future. Let's dive in. Let's face it, managing money can be challenging, and most of us were never taught how to do it effectively. Many people feel stuck in a cycle where they work hard, earn money, and yet, at the end of the month, wonder, where did it all go? The problem isn't always how much you earn, it's how you manage what you have. Small, unnoticed habits like emotional spending, ignoring debt, or not tracking expenses can quietly add up over time, draining your resources and limiting your financial progress. I've experienced this firsthand. There was a time when I thought working harder was the solution, but no matter how much I earned, it felt like I was always playing catch-up. That's when I realized the real issue wasn't my income, it was the way I handled it. The good news is, you don't have to stay stuck in this pattern. The first step to breaking free is recognizing the mistakes you're making and learning how to fix them. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 financial mistakes that might be keeping you broke and how you can avoid them starting today. Let's begin by looking at the first mistake: emotional spending. Now that we've identified the problem, let's talk about the solution. In this video, we'll explore 10 common financial mistakes that people make, and more importantly, how to fix them. Here's what we'll cover. Emotional spending. Subscriptions you don't use. Carrying credit card debt. Not having an emergency fund. Not setting financial goals. Lifestyle inflation. Overpaying for convenience. Eating out too often. Leaving money in a low-interest account. Ignoring high-interest debt. Each of these mistakes has a simple solution, and by addressing them, you'll not only save money, but also set yourself on a path to financial success. Let's dive into the first mistake: emotional spending. Let's start with a mistake that many people don't even realize they're making: emotional spending. Have you ever had a bad day and treated yourself to something expensive to feel better? Or maybe you celebrated a success by buying something you didn't really need. That's emotional spending. It happens when we use shopping as a way to cope with our emotions, whether it's stress, sadness, or even happiness. While it might feel good in the moment, emotional spending can quickly derail your finances. Small, impulsive purchases can add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars over time. For example, spending $20 here and $50 there might not seem like a big deal, but over the course of a year, it could total $2,000 or more. So, how do you fix it? Start by identifying your triggers. Do you shop when you're stressed, bored, or celebrating? Once you know your patterns, you can replace emotional spending with healthier alternatives, like going for a walk, journaling, or calling a friend. Action step: track your expenses for 1 week and highlight any purchases driven by emotions. This simple awareness can help you regain control of your spending. Now, let's move on to another sneaky money waster: unused subscriptions. The next common financial mistake is one that quietly drains your bank account every month: subscriptions you don't use. Think about it: how many streaming services, apps, or memberships are you paying for right now? Gym memberships, digital tools, or that free trial you forgot to cancel can add up quickly. The average person spends over $200 a month on subscriptions, and many of them go unused. For example, if you're paying $15 a month for a streaming service you rarely watch, that's $180 a year wasted. Multiply that by multiple subscriptions, and you could be losing hundreds or even thousands annually without realizing it. To fix this, review your bank and credit card statements. List every subscription you're paying for, and ask yourself, do I use this regularly? Does it add value to my life? If the answer is no, cancel it immediately. Pro tip: use subscription management apps to track and cancel unused services easily. These tools can save you time and money with just a few taps. Action step: spend 10 minutes today reviewing your subscriptions and cancel at least one that you don't use. Next, let's discuss a financial mistake that's far more costly: carrying credit card debt. Now, let's talk about a financial mistake that can trap you in a cycle of payments: Carrying credit card debt? Credit cards can be a useful tool if managed properly, but the moment you carry a balance, they become a financial burden. With interest rates often exceeding 20%, even a small balance can grow rapidly. For instance, a $5,000 balance with a 20% annual interest rate can cost you over $1,000 in interest payments in just 1 year if you only pay the minimum. The problem is, many people get comfortable carrying a balance, thinking it's manageable. But over time, this debt can prevent you from saving, investing, or achieving financial goals. The solution? Prioritize paying off your credit card debt as quickly as possible. Use strategies like the snowball method, paying off the smallest debt first, or the avalanche method, paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first. Avoid adding new charges while you're working to pay it down. Action step: review your credit card balances and choose a payment strategy. Commit to paying more than the minimum each month to accelerate your progress. With credit card debt under control, let's move on to building financial security. An emergency fund. Let's move on to one of the most crucial aspects of financial stability. Not having an emergency fund, life is unpredictable. Car repairs, medical bills, or job loss can happen when you least expect it. Without a financial safety net, these emergencies can force you to rely on credit cards, loans, or even deplete your savings. This can set you back months or even years on your financial journey. An emergency fund is your first line of defense against these unexpected events. Ideally, it should cover 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. For example, if your monthly expenses are $2,500, your goal should be to save between $7,500 and $15,000. If that seems overwhelming, start small. Even saving $1,000 can make a significant difference. The key is to keep this money in a separate, easily accessible account, such as a high-yield savings account. This ensures it's there when you need it, while still earning a bit of interest. Action step: start building your emergency fund today. Set aside a small amount each week, even if it's just $10 or $20, and automate your savings to make it effortless. With an emergency fund in place, let's discuss another critical aspect of financial success: setting clear goals. Now let's talk about a mistake that can keep you stuck financially: not setting financial goals. Imagine trying to save money or invest without knowing why or how much you need. It's like driving without a destination. You'll waste time, energy, and resources. Financial goals give your money purpose and direction. For example, instead of saying, "I want to save money," set a specific goal like, save $10,000 for a down payment in the next 12 months. Specific goals help you focus your efforts, measure your progress, and stay motivated. Your goals should be divided into 3 categories. Short-term goals, 6 months to 1 year, like building an emergency fund or paying off a credit card. Medium-term goals, 1 to 5 years, like saving for a vacation or buying a car. Long-term goals, 5 years, like retirement or paying for your children's education. Action step: take 5 minutes today to write down 1 short-term and 1 long-term financial goal. Be as specific as possible and assign a timeline to each goal. Once your goals are set, you'll have a clear roadmap for your finances. Now, let's discuss a mistake that often happens when your income starts to grow: lifestyle inflation. Next, let's tackle a subtle but significant financial mistake: lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens when your expenses increase as your income grows. It's easy to fall into this trap. Getting a raise or a bonus feels like an invitation to upgrade your car, move to a bigger apartment, or dine out more often. While these upgrades might feel rewarding, they can prevent you from building real wealth. For example, if you earn an extra $1,000 per month and immediately spend it on luxury items, you've effectively canceled out your financial progress. Over time, this habit keeps you in the same financial position, no matter how much your income grows. The solution? Instead of increasing your spending, use your extra income strategically. Invest it, save it, or use it to pay down debt. Maintain your current lifestyle and let your growing income work for your future. Action step: commit to saving or investing at least 50% of any income increase. Automate this process so the money goes straight into a savings or investment account before you even see it. By controlling lifestyle inflation, you'll accelerate your financial growth. Now, let's talk about another way people lose money unnecessarily: overpaying for convenience. Let's talk about a mistake that's easy to overlook: overpaying for convenience. Convenient services like food delivery apps, premium subscriptions, or even pre-packaged groceries save time, but they often come with a hefty price tag. While these services might seem minor, they can quietly add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars each year. For example, ordering takeout 3 times a week instead of cooking at home could cost you an extra $150 a month. Over a year, that's $1,800 money that could have been saved or invested. Similarly, opting for ride-sharing services instead of public transportation or owning a car you don't really need can drain your finances. The key to fixing this is balance. Ask yourself, is this convenience worth the cost? If not, look for more affordable alternatives like meal prepping or carpooling. Action step: identify one convenience expense you can reduce or eliminate this week. For example, limit food delivery to once a week and cook the rest of your meals at home. By cutting back on unnecessary convenience costs, you'll free up money to put toward your financial goals. Next, let's address another common expense: eating out too often. Another mistake that silently drains your wallet is eating out too often. Whether it's grabbing lunch during a busy workday or enjoying dinner at a restaurant, dining out can quickly add up. The average meal at a restaurant costs about 3 times more than preparing the same meal at home. For example, spending $15 on lunch 5 days a week costs $300 a month, or $3,600 a year. The problem isn't treating yourself occasionally, it's when dining out becomes the default option. This habit not only impacts your budget, but also limits how much you can save or invest. The good news: you can easily fix this by meal prepping or cooking at home. Set aside a few hours each week to plan and prepare meals in advance. Not only will you save money, but you'll also likely eat healthier. Action step: this week, commit to cooking at least 3 meals at home that you would normally eat out. Calculate the money you save and redirect it toward your financial goals. By reducing how often you eat out, you'll see significant savings over time. Now, let's discuss another mistake: letting your money sit idle in interest accounts. Let's move on to a mistake that many people overlook: leaving money in a low-interest account. Saving money is essential, but where you keep it matters. If your money is sitting in a traditional savings account with an interest rate of 0.01%, it's essentially losing value over time due to inflation. For example, if inflation is 3% annually, your savings are effectively shrinking in purchasing power. Consider this: $10,000 in a low-interest account might earn only $1 a year. However, in a high-yield savings account with a 2% interest rate, the same $10,000 could earn $200 annually without any additional effort. To fix this, move your savings to a high-yield savings account or consider low-risk investment options like certificates of deposit CDs or money market accounts. These options allow your money to grow passively while remaining relatively safe. Action step: research high-yield savings accounts today and open one if you haven't already. Transfer your savings to start earning more immediately. By making your money work harder, you'll reach your financial goals faster. Now, let's address one of the most damaging financial mistakes: ignoring high-interest debt. The final financial mistake we'll cover is one that can keep you in a cycle of financial stress: ignoring high-interest debt. High-interest debt, such as credit card balances or payday loans, grows faster than most people realize. With interest rates often exceeding 20%, even a small balance can spiral out of control. For example, carrying a $5,000 credit card balance at 20%, interest and making only minimum payments could take you over 20 years to pay off, costing thousands of dollars in interest alone. Ignoring this debt not only wastes money, but also limits your ability to save, invest, or achieve financial freedom. The sooner you address it, the more money you'll save in the long run. The solution? Create a repayment plan. Use the avalanche method to pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first, or the snowball method to tackle the smallest balance and build momentum. Avoid adding new debt while you're paying it down. Action step: write down all your debts, their interest rates, and minimum payments. Choose a repayment strategy and commit to putting any extra money toward your highest priority debt. With high-interest debt under control, let's wrap up by discussing how these changes can transform your financial future. We've just covered 10 common financial mistakes that could be silently draining your wealth. The good news? Now that you know what they are, you have the power to fix them. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you think about changing your financial habits. But remember, progress doesn't happen overnight. Small, consistent actions make all the difference. Maybe you start by canceling one unused subscription or cooking at home 3 times a week. Every small step adds up. Think about this. The money you save from avoiding these mistakes isn't just about having extra cash. It's about creating opportunities. Opportunities to invest, build financial security, and eventually achieve the freedom to live life on your terms. Don't let past mistakes define your future. Instead, use them as lessons to build a stronger foundation for your finances. Wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how wisely you manage what you have. Action step. Pick one of the mistakes we discussed today and commit to fixing it this week. Take it one step at a time, and you'll see results faster than you think. Now, let's talk about how you can stay motivated and connected as you work toward your financial goals. If this video helped you identify ways to improve your finances, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 10 mistakes resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found value in this content, don't forget to like this video and share it with someone who could benefit from these tips. Together, we can help more people take control of their financial future. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. By doing so, you'll get more practical tips, strategies, and advice to help you master your money and achieve financial freedom. Every like, comment, and subscription helps this community grow, and I'm so excited to have you here on this journey. Your engagement means the world to me, and I'm committed to bringing you even more actionable insights. Fixing these 10 financial mistakes is just the beginning. Remember, every small change you make today is an investment in your future self. Building wealth isn't about perfection, it's about progress, consistency, and staying focused on your goals. You have the power to take control of your finances, one step at a time. Thank you for watching, and I'm so glad you're part of this community. Keep striving for your goals, stay committed to the process, and never stop improving. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, remember, your financial freedom is closer than you think.